me. So this presentation is for you if you are an entrepreneur, a coach, a doctor, a nurse, a healer, a parent, a student, anyone who struggles with burnout. And how to get the most out of this free training today is to play full out, make notes, and ask questions in the chat box, and I will answer them for you. So what we will cover today is my personal experience with burnout. I'll also talk about the mistakes that you might be making and that might lead to burnout so that you can avoid making those mistakes. I will also give you the 4 secret steps that you need to recover from burnout really early on. And I must thank you for showing up, because just like me, you have a lot of important things to do. We don't want to waste our time because time is precious, but you will get actionable insights today that you can implement straight away so that you can avoid or bounce back out of burnout. And this is super important. And I will also offer the next step for those who want to take it at the end of the presentation. So stay around to hear your questions answered at the end. So the 4 steps that I use to recover from burnout myself is step 1 is you need to boost your physical energy. Without your body, you cannot achieve anything in life. And step number 2 is then to create some more time to recharge. Step number 3 is to heal your relationships, not only at work, but also at home. And step number 4 is that you need to create a balanced life. There's more to life than only work, and I will teach you all of that. Because of this system, I've been lucky enough to overcome burnout twice. And still, I've become a medical doctor, an eye surgeon, a life coach, and much more after I had the burnout for the first time as a medical student, actually. So also, even though I've had burnout twice, I've managed to travel around the world with 3 young children. I lived and worked on 3 continents, and I published 2 books, one of them a bestseller, and this is the one that I'm proud of, the one that was co-written with one of my favorite authors of all time, Jack Canfield, which you might know from Chicken Soup for the Soul, which has sold like 1 billion copies or something. So I haven't always been this successful. After my first pregnancy, I was an exhausted vitreoretinal surgeon with a newborn baby, and I had to drag myself out of bed each morning to go to work. I asked my colleagues for some time off, but 3 weeks after cesarean section, I was called back into a full-time job, plus weekend and night shifts. I just didn't have the same amount of energy that I had before. I hadn't physically recuperated from the traumatic surgery with hip dislocation, which was causing me constant pain. I was very slow on my feet, which made it hard to perform at the same level as before. I started to dive in full-out burnout with anxiety attacks and low mood. I even raised my voice against my caring husband, which was very out of character for me. I started tossing and turning at night, worrying about how we would financially survive if I would quit my job. So I had all the symptoms of burnout: exhaustion, depression, sleeplessness, anxiety, irritability. And then I was trying so many things to get my energy back. I tried conventional medicine, flower remedies, homeopathy, tropical medicine, naturopathy, functional medicine, astrology, dieting. I was doing so many things, trying so hard to find a cure, but nothing was really working. And I'm not someone who gives up easily. I had a deep feeling that there had to be a better way. Then my counselor told me, if you don't leave that hostile environment, it will kill you. I realized that my life was more important than any job, career, or large salary. I owed it to my baby, my husband, and myself to prioritize my own health and survival over those of my patients. So I stepped out of the toxic environment, and I realized that I had to create a holistic solution. I left a successful career, a prestigious job, a great income, a beautiful home, and I moved countries. I traveled around the globe searching for the best tools to bounce back from burnout. I tested each with trial and error. Some helped me in the right direction, but 2 years later, I still wasn't my energetic self. What happened next was that a great osteopath finally diagnosed me correctly with a luxated hip and pelvic instability. He got me on my feet again, literally. I found a dentist who was willing to exchange all my mercury fillings for non-toxic ones. I detoxed and received oxygen therapy. And finally, I started to get better. What I realized was that if you have a well-balanced life, you can remain healthy even in a demanding, stressful job, which will pay for everything else. What sets me apart from others is that there are very little medical doctors worldwide who deal with burnout. They only address one aspect of a complex problem usually. Like they might talk about how to behave at work, but not about your whole life that needs to be balanced. None of them is usually trained in mental, emotional, and spiritual healing as well as medicine. So I decided to create a system by taking all I had learned over 10 years of obsessing about it, how to recover from burnout, and I turned it into a step-by-step approach that any professional entrepreneur or new parent could use to bounce out of burnout fast while maintaining their career, income, and relationship. It took a long time for me to achieve this, and here is what I realized. You must learn. You must learn. You must learn to prioritize your health and well-being above all. If you don't take excellent care of your body, you cannot perform at a level needed to keep your career, income, and marriage going. Hence, I created the burnout solution. How does that sound, people? Does that sound like something that is worthwhile listening to? Do you want to know how to do it? Just give me a yes in the chat box. And here are some of the results. With this process, I was able to help Michael, an engineer who was suffering from burnout that had led to depression, divorce, job, and income loss. He also hadn't spoken to his siblings for years, and this is what he said about it. Dr. V's burnout recovery program really nailed it. Dr. V helped me move past my hidden internal blocks, which had led to burnout and depression. And here was his result. I contacted my siblings for the first time in 10 years, and a heart-opening reunion took place within 1 week of signing up with Dr. V. I'm so grateful I have rekindled my love relationship and started a new career doing what I love. Michael said, I highly recommend everybody to upgrade their life with the burnout solution. Now let's talk about the 9 mistakes. First of all, if you don't have enough energy and you can't get out of bed in the morning, then you will start to arrive late at work. And of course, if you don't have the energy, you will start underperforming at work and in all your relationships. So that's one mistake, not having enough energy. Mistake number 2, lying awake at night, worrying. Lack of sleep is bad for you. It's bad for your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body. Mistake number 3, you don't prioritize me time to recharge. Because we're all givers, we give to our clients, customers, family members, children, but we need to recharge that energy supply. Because if you just give and never take back, you cannot keep on going. Mistake number 4, you don't make time for your loved ones, which makes you feel guilty and also makes them unhappy and they feel unloved. So that is a mistake you really want to be aware of. And by the way, mention in the chat box which of these mistakes resonate the most with you. Mistake number 5, your irritability is chasing away your support system, which can lead to divorce. Mistake number 6, you start hating your job and you become an underperformer. so you risk losing your job and your income. Mistake number 7, you spiral down in low mood, which could lead to depression and suicide. And I have lost a few colleagues like that who were way too young to die. Mistake number 8, you think you need to fix everything yourself. Mistake number 9, and this is typical for doctors, you are too proud to ask for help because you think you need to be able to fix yourself. So not enough me time to recharge makes you feel like that. And because you're so tired, you become irritable and you start fighting with your partner. And that is part of the burnout problem. So we need to work on all of these aspects. So the biggest mistakes for you might be that you think you have to be perfect in all your roles, or you think you should be able to fix all the problems yourself, or you might be too proud to ask for help. Do any of these resonate with you? Please let me know and give me a yes. What resonates the most with you, where you might be in danger? So the solution, the Burnout Recovery Program covers all of these mistakes. It gives you, in Module 1, you get more energy. In Module 2, you create more time. In Module 3, the Love Shower, you heal your relationships. In Module 4, you learn how to balance your work life forever. So the destination would be a balanced life. And just close your eyes for a moment and imagine a happy, healthy, balanced life. Wouldn't it be nice to have enough energy to excel at your work, business, and at home? Wouldn't it be nice to have a happy support system, which can be your life partner, your staff, your co-workers, all happy and supporting you? Wouldn't it be nice to have quality time with your loved ones and doing the things you love? Living the life of your dreams, loving the work you were born for. Wouldn't it be nice to feel connected to your higher purpose? Wouldn't it be nice to have all of that now? So why do you need it now? Well, you need to avoid illness, death, bankruptcy, and divorce, because that is where burnout leads to if you don't catch it in time and treat it holistically. So why you must have this? If you don't get out of burnout, you will lose this and more. You will lose your health. You will lose your life. I mean, even the tiredness and depression leads to more vehicle accidents. You will lose your income because relationships break down and job loss. You might lose your family through divorce, and you don't want to lose your clients, patients either by underperformance and professional mistakes, which leads to litigations. So when I was at the height of my career as an eye surgeon and I'd just given birth to my firstborn son at the age of 35, I disappeared into the depth of burnout. I know what it feels like. I ended up in a wheelchair. I couldn't sleep. I was too exhausted to get out of bed. I started to hate my job, became depressed, and almost took my own life. Let's make a decision right now that you won't let burnout ruin your life, relationships, and career. You may be thinking, it won't work for me. It has worked for doctors, nurses, students, engineers, taxi drivers, designers, business owners. Of course, it will work for you too. As long as you make the necessary changes and implement the advice. For those of you who think, I don't have time for this, you have lifelong access to the program. You could either fly through the modules in a weekend or take 4 weeks or 4 years. It's up to you. If you need hand-holding because you are scared to change, I can personally guide you through it. Or you can find accountability buddies in the private Facebook group. I'm just a message away. If you're worrying that you don't have energy to finish the whole program, you need to start with Module 1, the Energy Booster, straight away. It gives you a choice of easy, powerful changes that you can implement into your daily routine straight away, even if you're too tired to get out of bed. Implement these energizing steps and you will be on your feet in a few weeks or less. There's also a money back guarantee if you have implemented all the steps and feel no improvement. For those of you who are thinking, I don't have the money, I'm slashing the usual price of 497 British pound only for those that sign up today. That is less than the cost of a year of cigarettes, doctor costs, psychotherapist appointments, less than the price of a year of antidepressants. So what is your health, your life worth for you? What is it worth to stay with your family, to provide for your business and your clients? Albert Einstein, one of my favorite wise men, said we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. So in step number 1, we need to boost your energy. You need to get your mojo back. In step number 2, we create time for you to recharge. And you need to keep on doing that because you will always need to top up the petrol in your car or charge your electric car, plug it in. It happens for our human bodies also. We need to recharge. We need to create time for that. Step number 3, get your support system back with the love shower. Step number 4, create a happy, healthy, balanced work life. I spent 10 years looking for a solution. The next time disaster hit me was in 2012. That was after I've had burnout twice and I'd overcome it, and I managed to have 2 children. I had 3 children with my husband, and then he suddenly died. A month after diagnosis, he was dead. And the same year, I lost my specialist work permit for Australia, and I was forced to close my successful private practice. And we were forced to leave the country where 2 of my children were born. We were devastated. But this time I had the tools to stay afloat when disaster hit, and I didn't get burnout. So the path to resuscitate after burnout is to regain energy, to prioritize me time, to rekindle your supportive relationship, and to balance your life. In Module 1, the Energy Booster, you will learn what to eat to boost your energy, what food makes you feel tired, which supplements are right for you, which forms of exercise are acceptable when climbing out of burnout. And there's a 1-hour exercise video included. Also, the 10 commandments of better sleep, get more quality snooze time. You will be introduced to new technologies that you might not even ever have heard of that raise your oxygen levels, making it easier for your organs to detox. And this comes in the form of 3 videos, a workbook, and a guided meditation. When I was a medical student, I burned out for the first time. I had been the only house officer for 2 hospitals for 14 days and nights in a row, and the next morning I was due to write a neurology exam. However, I couldn't get out of bed that morning. My body refused to move at all. I couldn't speak. Luckily, I had a fantastic young progressive family doctor who visited my bedside. He prescribed rest and ampules of concentrated amino acids, essential minerals, and vitamins. That year, I passed the 6th year of medical school, but not with the grades I deserved. Burnout had left a permanent dent in my performance and future that year. I don't want anyone else to miss out on the tools that I have discovered since my last burnout in 2004. They have worked for me and my clients to stay out of burnout since then. Several of my clients have experienced immediate lifting of their energy levels when they start implementing the sleep and food advice, the supplements and the specific exercises that are recommended for people with burnout. Then I started supplementing myself with vitamins, minerals, herbals, and also with amino boosters. After I had implemented all, I was able to return to my consultant eye surgeon job, and I had 2 more healthy children, traveled the world with my family, became fit enough to run 5Ks on the beach each morning. And yes, that's what I would have looked like before having 3 children, while running on my beautiful Australian beach. You may be thinking, I know how to eat healthy. But did you know which foods, even some vegetables that are generally tolerated by a healthy individual, might be making you more exhausted when you have burnout? In Module 2, you will learn how to create time for yourself to recharge, easy tools to use every day to get your to-do list ticked off, all jobs done, how to balance work and children, how to create quality time out with your loved ones, how to successfully prioritize with the grit, how to manifest smooth, easy, stress-free days at work with my unique pink cloud visualization technique. And this is what you will be enjoying after we've created some more time for you to have a nice hot bath. My client Pat came to me with her husband in distress. Each day after a full-time job as a nurse, she drove to her elderly parents to be verbally abused by them. Her husband hardly got any quality time with his wife. Their relationship was on the brink of separation. I showed Pat the time creator and the prioritizing grid. The next week, she had rejoined the gym with her husband, and instead of giving her precious time to abusive people, she invested this newly gained me time, taking care of her own health, well-being, and love relationship. You may be thinking, there is no way anyone can finish all my jobs in one day and get enough sleep. Well, you will be surprised how much wasted time I can read out of your schedule. With the pink cloud visualization, you can even remove obstacles, delays, and difficult customers. In Module 3, the Love Shower, you will learn how to find your love language and stay in the love vibration. You will learn to receive love and to love yourself. You will learn the Love Shower, a powerful technique for open, deep emotional communication. There's also a checklist to manifest your ideal mate. You will get a powerful forgiveness tool to reset your relationship, remove old emotional baggage, and get back into honeymoon mood. I was at the top of my career when I burnt out a second time. The techniques I share with you are inspired by my own experiences and what I have learned on my coaching journey. I don't want burnout to break up any more relationships. I want you to stay together with your family. You need their support in these darkest of days. I want you to rekindle the love you originally felt for each other. It's still there, trust me. It's just buried under a thick, heavy, sticky layer of negative emotions. And together we're going to remove the baggage and start afresh. Wouldn't it be awesome to relive your honeymoon period? In Module 4, Your Balanced Life, you will create a launch platform for the life of your dreams. When your life is out of balance, all parts of your existence suffer. Your health, your sleep, your relationships, your job performance. Change is an inevitable part of life. However, you have the power to choose whether you will wither or grow. You will learn life-enhancing techniques that my clients have successfully used to balance their lives, no matter what stressful changes are imposed upon them by their environment. My client Jen, for instance, was a 40-year-old single overweight self-employed taxi driver. He showed the typical signs of burnout, including lack of sleep, ill health, and self-destructive behavior like alcohol overuse. After I sat down with him to draw his wheel of life, he had a life-saving epiphany. He changed his work hours, the food he ate, started exercising, and opened up to a young lady that was in his life. His life became more balanced and he became healthy again. So what steps do you need to take to move forward and make this work? Here is a summary of how to make it happen moving forwards. In week 1, we will boost your energy. You will get better sleep if you do the right oxygenating exercises. In week 2, you can create more time for self-care and getting things done easily without drama. In week 3, you can heal your relationships with my help and with my tools, and so that you can have your support system back on your team. In week 4, you learn to balance your work life, excel at work, and have guilt-free fun with your loved ones in the same day. Say no to burnout. Say yes to a balanced life. Imagine jumping out of bed each morning, excited to start your day. Wouldn't that be amazing? Imagine falling in a deep, satisfied sleep in the arms of your loved one each night. 4 weeks later, you will have created the time to rejuvenate, and you will have enough energy to enjoy quality time with your family. In 1 year's time, you will have created time for your friends and hobbies again. You will have prioritized some fun in every day. In a year's time, you can be making more money and doing what you love, living your purpose, making a positive difference to the world. 5 years later, people will be looking up at you and asking, how did you get so lucky to have it all? You have vibrant health, happiness, a loving family and friends. You get paid for being you. You have time to do what you love. You're being an inspiration to others, and you feel connected to the universe. By following my program, you can achieve all that what took me 10 years of searching, learning, and implementing into a fast overhaul from exhausted to excited with your life again. You can fly through the modules in 1 weekend or in 4 weeks or take 4 years. For those who purchase the premium version, I will take you through the process with one-on-one coaching. Wouldn't it be amazing? Would it be okay if I showed you how we can work together to make sure you get from exhausted to excited with your life again? Please type in a yes in the chat box. The Burnout Resuscitation Program is for stressed CEOs, for burnt out entrepreneurs, for exhausted professionals, for anxious new parents, for depressed students who want to bounce back out of burnout and pass their exam. It's also for coaches who want to help their burnt out clients better. Here's how long it took me to figure all of this out. I did 15 years of medical training to become a doctor, ophthalmologist, and vitreoretinal surgeon. So I have 25 plus years experience in medicine. Then I became a Reiki master. It took me about 3 years. Then I spent 2 years at the Coaching Institute. Then I've learned advanced intuitive life coaching. I've also learned angel healing and reading with Doreen Virtue. I've done a time management course, and I am becoming a journey practitioner. Also, I spent time with Neil Donald Walsh, the author of Conversations with God, for 5 days, so that I improved my knowledge on spiritual connectedness. So in total, that is almost 54 years of study. I'm not even 54 myself, but that's how much I studied, often 2 courses at once. Here's what is involved. So you'll get it's more than 4 hours of video. You will get the Balanced Life books. That's one for each module. So that's a total of 40 to 60 pages. You will get the meditations. You'll get weekly group coaching in a private Facebook group where you will get your questions answered. Some people think that they're not allowed to spend money for their own well-being. Well, the way I see it, you are the captain of your ship, your family, your business, your life. If the captain burns out and can't get out of bed anymore, where will his ship end up? Lost at sea, losing precious cargo, shipwrecked without supplies? Ask yourself this question. Who will take care of your family, your bills, your business when you can't get out of bed anymore? If money was no objection, would you love to be in this program? Give me some feedback in the chat box. If all this did was to boost your energy levels, would it be worth it? If all this did was to create more time to recharge, would that be worth it? If all this did was to rekindle the flame with your loved ones, would it be worth it? If all this did was to balance your work life, would you love it? Please let me know which of these transformations resonates the most with you. I love to hear your feedback, and I hope you're enjoying this presentation, that you at least got a few actionable insights that you can implement straight away to improve your life. But this is not all. I also give you a major bonus. It's a very popular training called Discover Your Life Purpose, where you will get the 3 essential, profound, explorative steps to find the work you love and live your purpose. And the second bonus you can get only today is my very powerful training, Connect with Your Higher Consciousness. Because when we are disconnected from our higher self, there is an internal battle, a restlessness, a constant searching for the truth, love, inner peace. With this training, you will learn how to hear your inner wisdom, how to see your life path clearly, how to make the right choices, develop your intuition, feel your guardian angel's presence. All of that in the second bonus, and you will feel like that. So on top of the video educations, the workbooks, the weekly coaching calls, the guided meditation, so you will have 6 in total, including the ones from the bonuses. So you will get my extra programs to find your life purpose, connect with your higher consciousness, plus a membership to the Mastermind Closed Facebook group. That is worth a lot of money, don't you think so? That is so valuable. I wish I could have had that after spending 10 years on so many courses and so many doctors, and oh my God, I wouldn't have lost my career if I would have known all of this when I had burnout. So you have 2 choices at the moment. Number 1, you get on the program today. This is the fastest way to bounce out of burnout, and I am the only one who can teach you this complete holistic solution with physical, mental, emotional, relationship, and even spiritual healing. You will feel energized, loving your work, be a successful, supported parent and partner, serving your higher purpose, living a balanced life. In conclusion, you will get your mojo and your love life back. Or you could continue to spiral down the dark hole of exhaustion, low mood, anxiety, relationship breakdown, underperformance at work, which leads to job loss, mistakes, lawsuits, divorce, financial disaster, illness. Very depressing idea. This is what to do next. Type in the chat box or contact me any other way that you're excited to start, and leave me your phone number with the international code. Then I will phone you for a 15-minute qualifying session. If you qualify to work with me, I will take credit card payment over the phone. So make sure everybody in the family is okay with that. And once the payment comes through, I will contact you for the bonus. I forgot that, another bonus. I will do a starter session with everyone that signs up today. Okay, that starter session is worth £500 if I do a session one-to-one. So this is very valuable bonuses I'm giving away only today. If you compare it with the price on my website, you will see that this is irresistible. I wish I would have had all of these possibilities when I was burnt out almost 15 years ago. Yeah. So I will have a look to see whether there's any questions. And actually, we don't need to share the screen, but we need to turn on the camera. There we go. Hello. I'm so sorry that my computer failed to start in time. Let me show you my beautiful poster with the mirror writing. And I'm so sorry. And even if you might have missed the original, hopefully you will enjoy the recording of this presentation. And yeah, so make sure I can contact you if you're interested in joining. And you can do the online course. You will be part of the Facebook group and have weekly education and your questions answered. and you will also get my starting session 1-to-1 if you join today. So I hope you enjoyed it. All I want to do is prevent other people going through the hardship and the darkness I had to go through, because nobody made the right diagnosis for me in the beginning and nobody gave me the right treatment until I figured it all out myself. So that is why I don't want you to go through similar hardship. And I really, really, really love helping people. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thank you for showing up. And you might not be watching this on a Sunday. I hope you enjoyed it, and please ask me any questions. You can contact me via my website, https://burnoutexpert.co.uk. You can also find me on Facebook, give me an instant message, and I hope we can work together. And because it gives me such satisfaction when I can positively change other people's lives, even in one session, you will see. So please sign up so we can get you moving towards the life of your dreams.